Welcome to this video tutorial. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how you can use Mailchimp to manage your customers database, to manage clients and leads and potential customers, as well as send out mass emails to customers. So the first thing that we're going to want to do is visit Mailchimp.com. Mailchimp is the automation and emailing platform that we use to stay in touch with our leads. And so once you're there, it loads up a page that looks like this, and you're just going to want to click on the login button at the top right. It will take you to the login screen, and you just enter the login details that I sent to you via email. I'm going to go ahead and save this because I may be needing it later. And so you notice that it tries to log us into the back end. It's loading the dashboard, and here we are. Now, the way that this works is we need to first create our customer data, or what we call a mailing list, and then we can start to send out mass emails. So you see it has like some checklists and things that we can do to get this started. But the first thing I'd like us to do is to create that mailing list. And the way that that works is we'll have to use an app like maybe Excel, or if you're on MacBook, maybe Numbers, to create that mailing list. So I'm just going to create a blank workbook here on Excel, and I'll just create some simple fields. I'll say first name, let's say last name, let's say email address. Let's also have one for company, or let's say phone number. Let's have another one for company. I think those are the crucial ones. You can always update this or create your own mailing list based on the data that you will be needing from your leads. Leads are these contacts that we're trying to add to our database. So not only is Mailchimp a system for sending out the mass emails, it can also serve as your leads database, or what we call a CRM, customer relationship management module. Right, so I'm just going to add some contacts here. I will do one for myself. Just going to add my email in there, this, and I will call this DevOne Net. I could do a second one. I would say let's send this to DevOne Net at gmail.com. Right, same number, and then same company as well. Now you can populate this with all. I suppose you already have customers from your previous maybe offline systems or books or records or whatever. You can populate this using that. Another thing I like to do for the phone number field is that I like to change the order of that field from general over here to text. Right, so I do this because if you look, you can see streaming out the zeros, but when we change the data format to text, I can add those zeros, right? And so it looks like a proper phone number. Cool, our mailing list is good to go. We're just going to save this as an Excel document. I'll just call this mailing list, right? And we've saved that. Now let's head on back to Mailchimp, and the first thing we'll do is to import that mailing list. These are the people that we want to email or talk to. And so you head over to audience over here on the left menu, and you see the audience dashboard, right? And then we can add our contacts. So you can either use this add contacts or use the all contacts option over here. It will take you to the field where you can import them, right? And then I will click on upload a file, and then we click on continue. So we click on the browse icon so that we can bring in that mailing list that we've designed. You'll click on continue. Oh, it should be a CSV, not an Excel document. So we'll head on back to our Excel, and then we're going to save this as a CSV. So in place of an Excel workbook over here, we save this as a comma separated value, a CSV file, right? So you can see it's .csv, and you notice it's also changed that over here. And so I click on save. So we can now go back to Mailchimp. Let me just exit this and repeat that all over again. Remember, we're in the audience menu, and you can click on all contacts, right? It will show you a list of all the contacts that you currently have. We only have just one. This was added when we created this Mailchimp account. This is a new Mailchimp account, right? And then you can click on the add contacts and import contacts, because we already have a mailing list with all the data, right? It's easier this way so that you can just update the Excel and import or update everyone at once instead of doing it one after the other, right? And so I will click on the upload a file option and click on the continue button, and I will select browse, and I'm just going to bring in that CSV mailing list. I will click on continue to organize. When we select this, we're telling Mailchimp to filter through the data and pick up the fields so that we can tie them together or tag them together, right? It's asking us what status are these contacts. We'll leave it as subscribed, meaning that they were interested or that they gave us permission to add them to this database, right? And then we can also click on this update my existing contacts. Now this is important because if we're working with Excel and we are adding new people to the Excel, there may be some contacts that we've changed. Maybe one of them, their phone numbers changed, or their company changed, or their email address changed. We can update that in Excel, and when we check this here on Mailchimp, we're telling Mailchimp to also update that contact with this Excel document. So I'll leave that checked, and I'll go on to click on continue to tag. We can create new tags or use some popular ones. I'll just create a new one. I'll call this June 2023 leads, right? And then I click on the plus sign to add that, and we can move on to matching. So I'll select the continue to match option. Now you can see that Excel, Mailchimp has started recognizing the fields in that Excel document, right? And it says 2 contacts were recognized in this file, which is fine. And it is importing all of these columns, and I also wanted to import this column as well. So we'll just look for either one. If it doesn't match, we'll create a new field and we'll call this field company, right? It's a text field, that's the right data type, and we'll just click on confirm. Okay, so now all of our columns have been identified. All the contacts in this Excel document we uploaded have been recognized as well, and we can click on finalize import. It will give you a review screen where you get to review all of the information to be sure that everything is in place. It says 2 contacts will be updated and added to your Hellbox group audience. It's also giving you some information about how they came through file upload. Their marketing status was subscribed, meaning that they gave us permission. We also told Mailchimp to update these contacts if they already exist in the mailing list, and we tagged them so that we can easily trace them if we're running multiple campaigns. All right. Because we're on the free plan with Mailchimp, we're only allowed to add 500 contacts. If we want to go beyond this, we would have to pay, right? But 500 is good to go for now. We can start with this and explore Mailchimp. So I will go ahead and click on complete import, and Mailchimp will begin to bring in the data, and you can see it's already done. It was successful. And so the next thing we want to do is to email these contacts that we've added, right? And so I will click on start a campaign. Let's have an email campaign, and it should take us to the campaign creator. All right, if you look at it, it gives us 2 options. So there's a new builder that has an AI assisted tool to help optimize for content and boost engagement, and we have the classic builder that had all the old interface and templates and styles. Because we're forward moving, I'm going to go ahead and select the new builder. And so it will take us to the template screen. You'll see that there are some templates that Mailchimp already has, right? And we can start from there to embellish and bring in our own designs. I'm just going to look for one that's nice, right? And it's close to what we want to send to people. Let's preview this one and see how it looks. Okay, I think I like this one. So that's one option. Let's look for some other options. Okay. Okay. This one also looks nice. I think we'll go with that one that I found initially, right? So we would click on, I believe it was this one. Oh, I see. So all of these are paid templates. We can't use them for free. Oh, I see. Okay. Okay. So we only get to use this top 8 for free, but they should be just fine as well. Let me see. All right. I'm just going to click on this custom email design, and you can see it has different layouts that it's brought out, right? And we can look for one that's close to what it is we're trying to do. I think what we're trying to do should be a simple newsletter. So I think we'll go with this monthly newsletter one, right? The colors also look good. Everything else looks great. And we'll select this monthly newsletter option. It'll give us a preview of how it will look like. It does seem we also have to be on a paid plan to use this. So I'm just going to exit and head right back out. It does seem that we have to be on a paid plan to use those options. Let me just select a very simple one. I'll just go with this minimal option. I'll do a preview. I think this one also looks good, right? So we'll start with this one. The idea is just to show you how this works. You can create your own content and all that stuff later. And so I'll click on apply for this, and you can see it's applied that template, and we can start to style this. So I'll change this logo with our own logo. I'll click on set logo. I'm looking for the help box. I'll just go to the help box website and download the help box logo from there. Let's see. It's taking a moment to load up because my internet isn't the fastest today. And so I'll just open that image and download the logo. And so we can go back to Mailchimp and upload that logo, right? And you can see it's uploaded. We have our logo there. I'm going to reduce that a little bit. It's a bit too big. I'll just reduce it a little bit, something like that. And we can start to edit the content. We can say welcome to Health Box Weekly, right? So let's say this is our weekly newsletter. We can say here at HB Weekly, we provide you with the latest insights, news, and updates in the medical and healthcare industry. Be sure to subscribe and star these emails so you don't miss an update from us. Right, cool. And then here we can add an image. We just browse for images online. Let's see. Okay, we don't have any. We just Google images. I'll just say let's take another one from the website, right? Let's take maybe this one. I'll just copy the link, and here I'll import from a URL. I'll just paste the link there, right, and import that image. There we go. Right, I would like this image to be flushed. Let me see if we can flush end to end. Okay, can't. That would have been nice. Let's see. Okay, yeah, it can. So flushed end to end. And over here, I will just we're just going to add another text layer. Let's add a paragraph here, and let's add like let's add like a heading here, right? Let's say introducing the new Splicer 222. This is this is just a an example, and down here I can say explore our newest addition to the I don't know, what's that thing, that scan they do for people, MRI, to the MRI equipment package. Let's say the Splicer 222 features an automated features an upgraded neural engine that aids it use AI with its scanning. This is healthcare equipment at its best. Get in touch today to procure one for your facility, right? And then where we have the add button below, I can just change this to say contact our sales team. And then we can put this to link to either a phone number or a web address. I think I'll just do an email. So let them email info, or let them talk to somebody. Let them just talk to somebody. So I'll say, let them talk to let them talk to me, right? And so when they click on this, it would fire a call to the sales people. Let's work on some of the styles, because the styles look really bland. We'll just change the text is fine. We'll change the buttons to be rounded. Let's say rounded. And we'll change the color to be red. Those are the help box colors. For the border, we're also going to change that to be red as well. And for the text itself, we are going to increase that to about 18, or let's make that 20 so that it's really, really visible. And make that bold. We want people to be able to really see. Right. looks good. I think our buttons look really good. We'll also find a way to inject like this blue from health box. We'll have to figure out how to do that. So maybe some elements should be blue. We can say the headers, right? So the headers can be blue. Let's just look for the health box blue, right? Good. That's not the right color, so I'm just going to make sure that I use a picker to get the accurate color. Okay, I've picked that out. So let's go back and make some changes to the style. Let's see. So we're going to change all the headers to be this color, right? We've changed heading 1 color. We'll repeat the same for heading 2. And we will do the same for heading 3. And we will do the same for heading 4. And I think that's that about that. So it looks really in line with the brand, right? Another thing we could have done was change the headings to red, but there is a brand significance to that. I don't think that would have been ideal, right? We're getting there. All is looking really nice. And so we just have this. We can even throw in let's add an extra column for, let's say, let's add some stuff. Really, let's add some stuff. Let's do image and text over here, right? I'm going to do this one, and we're also going to duplicate this divider guy. So we'll duplicate the divider, and we're going to take it up so that we can place it just beneath here. We're doing this so that we can have some space and order. And then we're also going to duplicate this title and bring it here. So let's say other news. Oops, I made a mistake. You have to be careful. Other news from the health box blog, right? And so now I'm just going to go to the website and open up a few blog posts and link to them, right? And so we have about 2. I will take this image. Let's copy the image address, and then I'm going to put that here. Let's click on this. I don't want to upload an image. I want to browse for images. I'll upload from a URL, right? And I will remove this because I want the high resolution image. While it's doing that, I will open up this post and I will copy the title. We will place that here. Let's just place that here. Right, it's a bit too big, but that's okay. Maybe we can reduce that a little bit. We'll just go to just reduce this to about maybe 24. We'll also reduce the line height to single so it doesn't look too bogus. And we'll repeat the same thing for the second one, right? So we go to let's just take some more text from here. Let's take some stuff, you know. We'll just take just this. We'll put that here, this space beneath, put that here, right? And then we would say click to read more. And what we're going to do is to link to this blog post. So I'll link to the blog post. I also don't like how all of this is flushing. It's a bit too close to the border. So we will be fixing that. We'll set the left to let's say 32. Let's see, still off 48. Great. So 48 will be our border in and out, 48 as well, and a 48 for this as well. It's just so that we can have more space on it. I really don't like how it was too close to the left. We can also reduce this to 14 and reduce the space to 1.25, maybe do 16. Yeah, so let's do 1.25 or 1.5, and do the same thing here as well. So for here we will do the same thing, but for the right. So right will be 48 and this would be 48 as well. I don't think this applied, so 48. I will do the same thing for this. We'll just say 48 as well. Same text. We'll change this to click to read more. Right, and so we're going to go back and repeat this for the second one. Let's do this one. So I'll get the link, go back and update this link. I will also get the title, right, and replace this title. You know, it's also looking too big, so let's see what we did for the first one and repeat it. The first one is font size 24, line height single. We'll do the same thing for here. Font size, highlight all of that, font size 24 and line height single. Beautiful. We'll also add an extra space and then we'll take a synopsis from here. I'll just do this. It's a bit too much, but we would have to, yeah, it's too much. We'll just look for something else. We'll say okay, let's use this. Just that line is fine. And I'll put that over here. Okay, it's looking good. So what's left? Our image. So we're going to update this as well. We'll click on browse images. I'm going to grab this image and we will be uploading from URL as well. Paste that in here and click on import, so it should bring in the image. There we go. I'm going to reduce this a little bit just to make it match the same height with the one on the left, and there we go. So we're looking good. I'll click on enter just so I can send this down. Let me click on this. Okay, that did not work. But that's fine, that's okay, it's close. All right, so our email is looking really good. It's looking beautiful, right? What do you think? It's ready to go. We'll just scroll beneath. Maybe we can add one more big box over here. We'll just do a full big button here that says that will lead people to the blog, right? So I'll just copy this and I'll just say read all our news and stories, right? So we have three buttons there. You know what I could have done? I could have made this to so what I'll do is I'll bring this down here, and I could have done two buttons really. And that's what we're going to do. We'll do 2 buttons. I'm going to bring this over here. I will allow it load up. Okay, it looks like I didn't select the right layout, so I'll click on this. What I wanted was image and text, so I'll place that over here. I'll use this option, and then we're just going to delete all of this because we don't need it. I only need 2 links. For this, I can take it up here instead, right? And for this, we can make it center aligned and make this center aligned as well. And for this, we can also make this center aligned. I will say connect with us. Make this center aligned. I will say use the buttons below to connect with us via social media or visit our website to find out more information. Good. For this, left and right should be 48, 48 as well. And so we have our social media here. You can always add the links, you know, right? And I think I'm just going to delete these 2. I'm not sure why I even added them anymore. And I'll just say visit the website or visit our website. So we need to watch our tone, right? And so our newsletter is looking really good now. It's looking fantastic. I think we're good to send now. So one final thing that I like to do is that I like to preview everything. I'll just remove this border bottom, set this to 0. Okay, it's looking good. So it's looking good. So the next thing that I like to do is I like to preview. Let's also make a change to this header. We'll make a slight change. We're going to make this background just off gray. It's a little off gray. I'm doing this so that it contrasts well with the top, right? So F9, F9, F9. And we will repeat the same here as well, where we have this. I'm going to remove the margin at the top, and I will set this to F9, F9, F9 as well. Fantastic. I just wanted to make the logo distinct, and even this too, we should give it some good, you know, padding. Let's say 24. And at the bottom should be 24 as well. Matter of fact, we'll just make it 48. Just give it some good space to breathe so that people can read. Put a space here as well. All right, so we're good to go. Let us review what we have done. So to do that, you click on the preview icon over here at the top. And once I do that, it will show me how it will look like on desktop and mobile. So this is how it will look like on desktop. This is how it will look like on mobile, right? It looks really fancy. And this is how it will look like in our mailboxes. So we're good to go. Next thing is we will save this and exit. Right. Let's save this and exit. And we should see our campaign is ready. It's ready to send to 3 people. We need to edit who this is coming from. We'll say this is coming from the health box group, right? And the email would be info@healthboxgroup.com. mailchimp.com, and we will save this. The subject is, let's just say Splicer 222 is out, and we would say let's just put like a thunder emoji in here. Let's say fast. I need something with lightning. Where's the bolts? I'll just use this one. I couldn't find the other one. I'll just use this one. It's fine. And then for the preview, I'll say open this email to learn more. And so we're going to save this. And there we go. Our email is ready to go. Let's also title this campaign. I'll just say Splicer 222 updates. I will just call this June 1st week newsletter, June 2023. I will just save that, right? So I'm just doing all of this so I can see what is possible with Mailchimp. And now we're ready to go. So we'll just go ahead and send our campaign to all of our subscribers, right? So it's sending it into the mail queue, and in a moment you should blast it out to all of the people in our mailing list. I'm sure it will arrive any moment. It's just left Mailchimp. If I wait in my mailbox, I'm sure that I will see it. So let's just go and check my mailbox. Let's see. I'm just going to delete some of these mails. Let me also check the spam. It hasn't come in. It would usually go into the primary or promotions folder. So let's just wait for that to arrive. All right, I'm sure it will arrive any moment now. Let's see. If I go to promotions, I still can't see it. I'm sure it'll arrive any moment. We can also go back to Mailchimp and we can check the updates and see if it has actually sent. We can click on email reports and we can see what is going on with our emails. Okay, so we can see it's 3 recipients. It has actually sent them out, so I'm guessing this is happening to my mail server, taking a while to actually pick it up, but I'm sure it will arrive, you know, eventually. You may have already gotten your own copy, but that in a nutshell is how Mailchimp works. So take your time, do a couple of campaigns, try adding some people to the mailing list. Okay, I just checked one of my mailboxes and I can see that it has arrived. So I'm guessing it's actually my mail server. If I go here and I check my other mailbox, if I click here, let's allow it load up. I can see that it's arrived. It's in my promotions folder. So if I go out, you can see email from Hellbox Group, our subject, and the preview text. And if I click this, you can see that it got all the images and everything correctly, right? If I click on this, it opens up that image. If I click on this, it tries to initiate a phone call, right? And then we can see the other post. If I click on the button, it takes me to that post where we can read all about that COVID-19 update, and you can see it just really works. So it's really brilliant. All other stuff that we added is there and functional as well. So that's Mailchimp for you in a nutshell. Take your time, practice, explore, experiment, and I'm sure you'd figure this out. Do let me know how things pan out. See you in the next video.